now, Matt LaBarber Music here, and today we are talking about A National Acrobat by Black Sabbath, which I think is a highly underrated song of theirs from Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I love it. I love it. It's so fun to play. I'm going to show you all the pieces. I'll zoom in and walk you through the parts. Before I do, I'd like to encourage you, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to my channel. And if you already have, thank you so much. I really appreciate the fact that you're enjoying all the hard work that I put into showing you my favorite songs on the bass. So, like the video, leave me some positive feedback in the comments, share it with your friends. You can check out my website, mattlabarbermusic.com. All kinds of cool stuff coming up over there. But what's coming up over here now is me showing you all the parts of this amazing Black Sabbath song. So first we're going to get into that super sick main riff. One thing you might notice in the video is a lot of times I'm plucking up here. That's kind of my ode to Geezer. I don't necessarily play up here, but I know he does. He plays up on the neck when he plucks, so I do that a lot in the video. And I'll do that in the explanation too, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I might forget. I'm hammering on between the 2nd fret of the A string and the 4th fret of the A. Right? I'm going to play that, and then I'm going to play that 4 twice. Right? Then another hammer on 2 times. So we got, right? And then I'm going to go to 2 and 1 on my D string, right? So I got, then another one of these, 2, 4, 4, 4. And then he does this little pull-off thing from 6 to 4 on the D string, and then back up to 2 on the A. So I got, right? And then to finish it off, it goes 4 on the E, and then 4, 2, 4, 2, so 2 on the A, 4, 2, 4, 2, right? So all together, right? And I'll do the whole thing, and then I'll do it slow. And then here's slower. Okay, that's the main riff, which is super sick. I think you do it 6 times at the beginning, like twice normal and then 4 with the harmony guitar. I could be wrong, but that's it's at least 4 times. I think it's 6 or 8. Okay, so that's main riff, and then from there, when they start singing, we go to this 4th fret on the A, which is C sharp if you're keeping score, and then to the 7th fret, which is E, then the 2nd fret, which is B, so all da 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 da, and then we go up to the 2nd fret on the E string, which is F sharp, right? Back into the riff now. Right? It's going to be like riff, verse, verse. Another thing that I should point out real quick before I get any further is I think Tony tunes down to like C sharp or C or something, but the bass is in standard tuning, which is excellent because I don't want to tune down to C sharp. Okay, so I'm going to do one more verse into the riff, and I'll try not to talk. And I'll connect it with this 2, 2, 4 on the E, and 2 on the A. So right? And after the second time that we do, you know, chords, riff, then they switch to the da 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 da. I lived 1,000 times, that part, right? So I'm the 5th fret of the E string, which is A. Then it goes down to the 4th fret, which is G sharp. Then it goes open E, and then 2nd fret on F sharp. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. And then another riff, and another riff. Da, 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 do, do, do. Okay, now there's, I guess that's kind of verse part 2. I don't know. But when I do that, instead of just playing the root notes, sometimes he goes, he'll go to the 5th and then the octave. Very neat little bass player geezer trick, right? So that's 4th fret on the E, 6 on the A, and 6 on the D. So just up and back down again, right? And he'll do the same thing on the E, which would be open, then 2 and 2, right? 2 in the A, 2 in the D. So same thing on the F sharp. Now he doesn't do, you know, the every time. Sometimes it'll just be here, right? Or you can do them on all of them. Oops. But either way, you're going to the riff in between, right? So this is, let's just do verse 1, and then riff, and then verse 2. 1. Do 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 do. And then I'm on riff 2. Right? And riff 2 again, or verse 2 again. Can't call things riffs in a Black Sabbath song because that's pretty much all we got, right? Just riff madness, which is why I love it. So, you know, the main riff, the verse 1 riff, main riff again, verse 1 riff, you know, verse 2 riff, whatever you want to call them. I always think of the different melodies, you know, over those two things. But either way, it'll go this twice. And then this one. And this one more time. Okay, and then there's a repeat of that whole cycle, right, before they go into the next part. I'm going to spare you me doing that again, but you just know that that's what it is, right? Then there's this other riff that takes, you know, I mean, We do it so many times. I even kind of cut it out in the middle because it's so long. It's awesome, but I just figure you don't want to watch me play it 90 times in a row. But this is starting on the 4th fret of your E string, and then we're going to play 2 and 4 on the A, right? Again. So we got, and then we're going to 2 on the D, 4 and 2 on the A, right? Back to 4 on the E, and then another hammer on and 2 and 4. And I'll do it slower now. So we got and even slower, I'm talking to you. Okay, cool. And again, that happens over and over and over and over. There's a solo, and then the verse comes back in with the singing. I think there's 4 more of them with the singing. And then they do this little kind of tag to get to the ending. So it's like a hammer on between the 2 and the 4 on the A string. So I'm going 2 to 4, and then 4 and 2. And then same thing, playing this 2 again, and then I'm going 4 and 2 on the E, and then open E. So okay, so I'll do that again. And then after the 3rd time, well, I guess it's really the 4th time. And we're just staying on this G sharp, this 4th fret of the E string. And then there's, this kind of like little outro solo, the da 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 da, right? So that starts on this C sharp, which is the 4th fret of the A string. And I'm doing this kind of thing that I ripped off from him. 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 1 and a 2 and a 3. So how I'm keeping count as I'm accenting, right? 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. Here I'm hitting those just a little bit harder. And then I'm going up to the 4th fret on the D string, which is F sharp, for half as long, right? So C twice. 1, 2. Back to this C sharp again. And then there's this riff. We're going 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. One. Right. That thing happens 4 times, right? So I got do 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 do. I can't sing and play this at the same time. Who am I kidding? Da 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 da. Right. And now sometimes, like, he does kind of a ghost note, like an open A string before he goes to that B. And that riff happens 4 times. And then we're just going to the 4th fret on the E string, right? There's that little kind of guitar solo-y thing where they just break down. They just hit the bass and drums, right? And then you'll see I go up to the octave of this G sharp by going to the 6th fret of my D string, right? And then we're just hanging out there for a while, right? And then it goes back to this B, which is the 2nd fret on the A string, right? And again, without the track playing, it kind of doesn't make sense, but it will when you're playing along with the tune, okay? But you'll hear right? I do this. And then it's funny, when I was making notes for myself about this song, I called this the walk-up nonsense part. Because it's not like there's a, oh, you can play this. It's really, you can tell, like, you know, Tony just does this, you know, and I think, you know, Geezer's just kind of following him, trailing him. The main thing is just stopping on the right, you know, number of beats, right? Right? Some kind of studio trick ending. So again, I couldn't even tell you what I did specifically, or if it even sounded that great. But it sounded good enough for me, considering the rest of the song was like right on, you know, as far as I know. But really, I'm just kind of working my way up the fretboard, up the neck, starting from the B, and ideally ending on another one, but it doesn't necessarily matter that much. The rest of the tune is the most important part, right? Thanks again so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. And like I said, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. And if you already have, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I put a lot of hard work into these videos, so it's great to know that people are enjoying it. So, you know, like the video, leave me some positive feedback in the comments, share it with your friends. You can always check out MattLaBarbermusic.com. I got some cool stuff coming up over there. And there's always another video of mine popping up now that you might be interested in as well. So thanks again for playing some music with me, and happy bassin'. I will see you in the future.